indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Mount Carmel area, and welcome to MCA Live. I'm Andrew Rooney.
And I'm Mackenzie Zerbine. Here's today's announcements. Today is Thursday, March 1st, day 1. Today's PSSA tutoring is 7th and 8th grade ELA with Miss Rumble. There is a senior class meeting tomorrow during homeroom. Senior projects are a graduation requirement and are due. Any student taking an AP exam in May must hand in the signed forms to their teacher by tomorrow. Senior day is Monday, March 5th in the high school gym. The freshman tour of the Northumberland County Career and Technology Center is Tuesday, March 6th. Permission forms must be turned into the guidance office by 3 p.m. Monday, March 5th. Parent permission forms are required. The monthly family forum meeting is a multicultural night Tuesday, March 6th at the 6:30 in the elementary cafeteria. And here's today's news.
Each month, members of Student Council vote for 2 deserving students and 1 teacher who is doing an excellent job at MCA. One such teacher is Mr. Andrew Yarch. Reporter Alexa Collins had the opportunity to sit down and chat with Mr. Yarch about teaching at Mount Carmel area.
So you've been teaching at MCA for a little bit now. How long has it been?
It's been 8 years. 8 years of being at MCA. It's crazy.
So did you always know you were going to teach math, or was that just a decision?
I was starting to think about it more in high school, right? So like I'd say 9th, 10th grade, I was like, man, it's getting time, right, where I better start thinking. And I didn't want to be a student who left high school, went to college, and was just like, I'll figure it out, because I knew that that generally meant generating more debt. And I just wanted to have a path, even if it wasn't necessarily 100% certain. So I started thinking about the things I liked. I said, like, I wake up every morning, I come to school, and I don't dislike school, right? Like it's not like it's my favorite. I don't wake up and like, yeah, I get to go to school. But I generally felt good at being at school. And then obviously my favorite topic was math. I love figuring things out, right? I love wrestling with problems. And I love the satisfaction you get when you get something right that you couldn't get right before. Or when you know how to do all these problems and there's one problem that you're just stuck on and you wrestle with it for 10, 15, 20 minutes and finally there's like, I got it. And then I really enjoyed working with people and helping them see something new. Like that moment when someone gets something that they didn't get before, whether it's math or whether it's, teaching my son, like, hey, this is why we're nice to people. This is why we're generous. This is how we say please and thank you. This is how we handle interactions with our friends. I like those things. So I guess I just like teaching. And so I love math. I love teaching. Why not go to be a math teacher, right? And fortunately, it all kind of came together.
So how has your role changed here at Mount Carmel? I know you teach AP Calculus and Calculus right now, but what else do you teach, and what did you teach before?
Well, when I first started, my first year, I taught Algebra 2 and Geometry. My second year, I taught Algebra 2 and 8th grade math. My third year, I taught Algebra 2 and something else. Pretty much every year, I changed. And I think it was my 4th year that I started with the AP Calc, and then the 5th year I went to all the calculus classes. So when I first started, like, I got to see, a lot of the 9th grade, a lot of the 10th grade. Then I got the 8th grade, and now I deal with mostly juniors and seniors, which is probably where I'm best suited. I don't know, it's just easier to talk the older you get. But yeah, I mean, I've had the privilege of seeing really the curriculums go from 8th grade all the way through 12th grade. So I kind of know where people are coming from, where students are coming from, what they know, what they don't. Kind of know where I have to fill in the gaps, and I'm much more comfortable doing that in the classroom setting now. But now, really, most of my day is spent asking why. Like, if you do something mathematically, why are you doing it? What's the reason? Why does this benefit us, right? How do we think about this? All those types of questions that it's not just about, well, how do you do a curve sketch, right? Or how do you optimize an area? All those things are good for what they are, but it doesn't really help you if you're not going to take math down the road, right? So understanding why everything happens is really basically what I do all day long. And then I'm more involved with stuff like the activity periods and helping other teachers. When I started, I was obviously the youngest one in my department, and now, at least in terms of seniority, I've been here 8 years. I'm higher up in the department, so I have the opportunity to go and kind of help some other teachers with some of the unique things that happen in the class that maybe they're not used to if they're a brand new teacher.
If someone was interested in math as a career, what advice would you give them?
Well, math, you have to be able to deal with a lot of failure, right? I mean, we did this in class yesterday, right, where we were doing a problem. And I said, okay, well, let's look at this problem. What does this mean? What does this mean? What are they asking? And then we took it and we said, well, maybe I could try doing this. And it was wrong. I was like, well, maybe we could try doing this. And these are all suggestions based upon what the problem is indicating to us. And it was wrong. And then we figure out why it's wrong. And then, obviously, that leads you eventually to the right answer. So if you're dealing with math and you're dealing with stuff like that, you have to be able to persevere and be okay with getting things wrong. In terms of teaching math, it's a little different, right? Because if you're teaching math, you have to have this very logical progression of thought through a problem, but you also have to be somewhat of a people person, right? So the two don't always necessarily gel, right? Usually if you're very rigid numbers, like factual, you often don't like the emotional piece that comes along with people's perspectives and stuff like that. And so specifically for math teachers, I would say, well, you have to love math, but you have to realize that you're teaching people. And so at the end of the day, the math is secondary to the people. So if you don't care about the people, you can't teach math. Whereas if you just love math and don't really, I don't want to say, maybe it's caring about people is maybe the wrong way to say it, but if you don't have this desire to be in people's lives and interact with them, well then do a different math job, right? That's fine. You probably make more money, right? But you lose that people interaction.
Mr. Yarch
So-
is married to his wife Victoria and has a 3-year-old son, Gabriel. He loves spending time with Gabriel and loves watching him change as he grows. Student Council Senior High Student of the Month is sophomore Erin Bossler, daughter of John and Candy Bossler of Mount Carmel Estates. Erin is a member of the band, TV studio, and Stars indoor soccer team. Her interests include soccer, being with friends, and her favorite class is English. She is a member of the varsity track and field and soccer teams. Her future plans are to go to college and get a degree in speech pathology and with a minor in sign language. The junior high candidate for 8th grade student is Ayana Aguirre, daughter of Dara Smith of Mount Carmel and Rogelio Aguirre of Texas. Her favorite subjects are place geography and biology. She is a member of TV studio, stage crew, and is on the junior high girls basketball team. Her interests include photography, music, drawing, reading, and writing. Ayana received the Junior High Pride Award, and her future plans include studying at an Ivy League university. She'd like to receive a master's degree in literature and communications media and become an author and a movie director. Congratulations to Erin, Ayana, and Mr. Yarch for this well-deserved achievement, and keep up the great work. Odyssey of the Mind is a great competition for students to express their creative ideas. Mount Carmel Elementary School will send a team of students to compete at Odyssey of the Mind regional competition this Saturday at Berwick Area School District. The team consists of Braden Brinkash, Hannah Benedict, Ava Chapman, Deanna Canafani, Brody Brinkash, and Lucas Carpenter. Head coach is Kim Bartle, and assistant coaches are Beth Brinkash and Don Fry. Students put a lot of time and effort into their act by creating their own scripts, props, and costumes. This year's squad is in the 2nd division, and their theme is A Stellar Hangout. It takes place in outer space and includes characters from different worlds humorously searching for space treasure. Their act is judged on creativity and must be under 8 minutes. The top 2 finishers in the bracket will go on to a state competition at Pocono High School on April 7th. Good luck to our OM team competing at regionals. We'll be right back with Zach and sports.
For junior high wrestling, there is no quote-unquote postseason. So for the athletes who want to take their skills to another level, they enter the PJWs, which stands for Pennsylvania Junior Wrestling. An MCA junior high wrestler who had a great regular season, finishing at 27-3, decided to take his shot at the tournament. 8th grader Zach Reed competed at Williamsport earlier this month and advanced all the way to states, pinning his way through the regional tournament. Zach was led by coaches Sean McCullum and Andy Daukus, who will continue to coach Zach in states. The PJW State Tournament will be a 2-day weekend tournament March 3rd and 4th at First Summit Arena in Johnstown, PA, with wrestling starting at 9 a.m. both days. Good luck to Zach in the tournament. Last night, varsity swim at districts. So far, Mount Carmel girls came in 8th in the 200-yard relay, and the competition continues today. Freshman boys basketball won against Bloomsburg in round 3 of the Williamsport tournament. High scorers Nate Long and Damian Molesky both had 8 points each. The varsity girls basketball team played Loyalsock in the second round of the District 4 playoffs and won 47-30, and will now play in the district finals on Saturday at Milton against Hughesville. The game is in the third in the triple header, tip-off at 8 p.m. Good luck, ladies. Tonight, varsity swim continues at districts. On Friday, Manus McCracken will travel to regional wrestling in Williamsport. Now back to Mackenzie at the news desk.
If you're looking for a summer job, you're in luck. Knoebels Amusement Park in Grove is holding their annual job fair at Elysburg Fire Hall Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Representatives from each department will be available to talk about applying, filling out an application, and scheduling an interview. Applicants must be at least 14 years old to be hired at the park. Working at Knoebels is a great opportunity to hang out with friends, earn a regular paycheck, and it also awards scholarships to its student employees. Make sure you have your questions ready for the annual Knoebels Job Fair on March 3rd, and good luck to all those applying this year. And today's lunch: deluxe Philly cheesesteak, oven-baked fries, strawberries choice milk. And tomorrow's breakfast: scrambled eggs and cheese, whole grain cereal with toast, assorted bagels, chill juice or fruit, and low-fat milk.
That's it for today.
Don't forget to stop by the Knoebels Fair tomorrow.
And eat some peanut butter, because it's National Peanut Butter Day.
Happy first day of March, MCA.